Live, we're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
This
Just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Monday, everybody. That was Pink singing Hopelessly Devoted to You as a tribute to Olivia Newton-John, of course, at the American Music Awards last night. The big winner was none other than Taylor Swift. She cleaned up, winning 6 awards, including Favorite Country and Pop Artist and Artist of the Year for her re-recording Red album, just one of the many albums she's put out in the last 2 years. Let's take a little look.
You, the fans, made it clear that you wanted to hear lots of music that I would make. You encouraged me. And so I found that the more music I made and the more music I put out, the happier I was.
There were some other controversial winners as well. Morgan Wallen won 2 awards, Favorite Male Country Artist and Country Song. He wasn't the only one at the show, but thanked his fans later in the video. What did I just read? I don't know. And Chris Brown won Favorite Male and R&B Artist of the Year. Chris also wasn't there, but presenters Kelly Ronan had to shut down some people in the crowd who booed. Let's watch.
Now, Chris Brown is not here tonight, so I'm accepting this award on his behalf. Excuse me, chill out. But I want to tell Chris, thank you so much for making great R&B music. And I want to tell him, thank you for being an incredible performer. I'll take this award, bring it to you. I love you. Congratulations.
All right, we're going to take a little break. There's more in the prompter, but I didn't even say, how are you guys? It's Monday. Happy weekend.
Hi.
We jumped right into it, and I don't even know what I was reading. So how's everyone feeling? Did you watch the awards last night?
So yes, but first I just want to say,
going on.
I just want to say, because this is so inside, but you said Kelly Ronan, who works here.
Yeah, she just picked her head
and
up.
Kelly Rowland.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, you said Kelly Ronan. I was like, Kelly Ronan was here.
That's
Kelly
hilarious. That's a Freudian slip right there. I guess.
Kelly Ronan.
I didn't even notice that. Hey, congratulations, Kelly. Good job.
I think she acquitted herself well there.
Yes. See, Kelly is, she's been in her moment, but she is really in her moment right now because, you know, we've had her on and I'm always like, I love you because I just can't help but say that. But people have really gotten her real messed up, especially in recent weeks. You know, the idea that she's still doing interviews and everyone wants to ask her about Beyonce as if she's not and hasn't always been an icon herself. So for her to stand up for Chris Brown in this moment, it's also saying don't get any of us twisted. Like, we have been performing, giving you great entertainment, great content for years, and for this type of backlash and this type of response, like, put some respect on our names. So that's how I saw it.
I would say the tougher question for me, and Steph, I don't know how you feel about this, is you know, if she feels the way she feels about Chris Brown, which a lot of people do, can she then feel opposite about Morgan Wallen? In that they have both been accused of things, maybe credibly accused of bad things. They paid their price to society or the AMAs or whatever they were punished by. I feel like we as a people need to decide what are we going to do with these controversial artists. Like, do we just award the music? Do we take into account the behavior? Is there a statute of limitations? Chris Brown was a long time ago. Like,
no, but it wasn't really. There's been multiple accounts which weren't so long ago, so I don't think that's right.
But I do think that we need to not conflate it with the Kelly Rowland conversation because that has nothing to do with her, and I want to be very careful about that.
No, I'm not saying she was saying it was okay, but the people were booing, I'm assuming, because they didn't like his behavior, not his music.
For sure. But it is voted on by the fans, these awards, right? So
yeah, it's very confusing. I agree with what you're saying here because, first of all, I feel for Kelly. She's gone up innocently. They've picked her to announce that award, to receive that award, and he's not there. And then she's, like, obviously up there facing everyone, getting booed for something that's nothing to do with her. And I think she handled it with grace and decorum. And can we just say, she looks fantastic. Like, the best I think we've seen her in a long, long time. Gorgeous, stunning, eloquent. She handled it really, really well in a situation that's very hard. But this is what's confusing. Obviously, we've got Chris Brown, who was meant to perform. He was meant to be there. Then the organisers have pulled him out. But yet it's the fans solely that vote for this award. But then he's getting booed as he's receiving it. So it's really a mess.
Yeah, I don't get it, and I don't know how people are supposed to find that on-ramp back into society if we continue to ostracize them. But you have a right to ostracize them.
But you also have to consider, see, I feel like each one of these examples, Chris Brown, Morgan Wallen, all of these things are very different conversations, because the question about the Chris Brown not being there because he was slated to perform was this a cancellation of Chris Brown, or was this a cancellation of Michael Jackson, who he was supposed to perform in honor of the 40th Thriller anniversary? So the idea that he wasn't there because he was pulled at the last minute was really more about the production than it was about him. So I understand the question that you're asking. I just don't know if that question applies in this circumstance, because there were specific reasons for how all this went down. And those are very different reasons.
But also, like, if he's due to perform Michael Jackson and Thriller, given everything that we've been saying about Michael Jackson and with the things that we know, and then everything that's happened with Chris Brown in his past, and many situations that have been reoccurring with him in and out of court for literally years, who in the right mind would then be like, let's collab those two things together on a national platform? Like, that, I just think that's the worst PR move ever.
Well, but see, that's the thing. That's the conversation. Not everyone feels that way, is the truth. And so there has been a lot of backlash because people feel like there has been an attack, or a very targeted attack on black performances, on black music. So that conversation is a lot greater than anyone's really willing to dive deep into.
Well, speaking of super white music, Adele, she took the stage. I had to break it up in there at some point, you know what I mean? So Adele took the stage at Caesar's Palace. I'm glad that went good, because it could have went bad. For her 5-month residency, Weekends with Adele. So Adele did apologize in person to her fans for any inconvenience or disappointment she caused, and said the decision to cancel the show earlier this year was the worst feeling she's ever had, but the best decision she has ever made. So check out these videos posted on TikTok from the show, showing Adele on a massive screen. There was also pyrotechnics and more eye-catching visuals. I mean, Al, I would be expecting a lot, maybe like a little Circus Soleil action, because she postponed it for so long. I was expecting a huge production.
Right, and here you go, pyrotechnics, gigantic screens. Okay, we're at a Vegas show. Everybody's like, Al, just let her go out there with a piano and a flashlight. It's like, no, I want to see Adele like this, and I'll wait a year and a half to do it. So I'm happy for a residency. My only issue is, Steph, you know this, stop apologizing to the fans. Go do your thing. When you apologize to the fans, you make them feel like they have more of a say than they do. Stop apologizing to the fans. Go do your thing.
I think genuinely that's a really British thing. People in Britain say sorry for literally breathing.
Yeah.
It's
I worked
ridiculous.
For the BBC for years. Yes,
it's crazy. Literally, you walk down the street like, oh, sorry. Like, you've not even touched the person. Oh, it's like within the naked. It's like bred into you, like drinking tea. You just apologise for your mere existence. So I think that she's just literally being really British. And I mean, she's incredible. The thing is with Adele, she could have honestly gone out with solely just the piano without the fireworks, but she would have absolutely killed it. People would have flown from across the world to see her. She's one of the most iconic singers of our generation. And I mean, I hope I get tickets. I'm still looking all the time. It's really hard. Sold out.
Only 5 months.
Oh, it's hard. It's hard.
I want to get in there.
Do you really?
I want to get in there.
I kind of do. I think I'm going to have to do this, just the flashlight, the piano.
I don't mind that. I think that would have been a good show, too.
It would have been great. Adele's just great. I don't care how you see her, but Erica, if I'm going to see her, I want some fire.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I saw that. Did you see the disappearing act at the end where all the what was it, glitter, confetti came down and she just disappeared? Yeah, she was gone.
I love it.
I like it. All right, coming up on DBL, our interview with holistic plastic surgeon Dr. Yoon. He's warning us about some at-home procedures, and Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles call it quits. We're talking all about the breakup. Ooh, spicy next.
There's going to be be a lot of internet chatter. That's where the red flag goes up.
We are never going to agree on this. It's ignorant, and for me, it was just like a damn shame.
Tell me I need to do something, I'm going to do the exact opposite.
You know why I don't call in sick? Camera hog.
Al gave me the eye.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Steph, I don't know if you remember. Can you tell Erica what I said you smelled like when we started the show?
Apparently I smell like a plane.
No, I said she smells like a private jet the first time you get in it. Like, just like, Steph, you smell wonderful.
Very
I don't know what scent that is.
Never been told it smells like an aircraft?
Yeah, it smells like a brand new private jet. No one's ever been in there, so you open the door for the first time. That leather's been in there.
How many times did you smell that?
I don't know. Never. I gotta project. Dre, tell me if I'm wrong. Just get.
I mean, I don't think you can really smell anything.
Can't you see, Dre?
It's giving me like Louis Vuitton. Like,
yeah, you're getting on Beyonce's plane. You're doing makeup. That's what it smells like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
We're gonna like just actually take a moment to manifest that real quick. We're just gonna soak that up. I will be doing Beyonce's makeup in a private jet.
There you go.
Fabulous. Love that. How are y'all doing? How's everyone going?
I love it.
I wonder, like, who? Do you think Beyonce has a private jet for just the people she travels with? No? I would think. Erica, you're on your phone.
It's really good.
I don't know. I've always wondered, like, how do you do that? If you have, like, if you could fly private, you can't take the whole Erica team, hair, nails, makeup, manager. So do you get them a private jet, or do you send them first class?
United First Class.
Okay.
That seems like a lot of private jetting that I'm not doing. So
Yeah. Well,
Dre
now
travels with me. Dre, how do we travel?
They have net jets now. You can get. They have private jets like Ubers. Not like Uber, like almost like Airbnb. Have you seen that net jet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where I don't know. I think you can get a private jet for like
Or
$10,000.
tap jet.
Al Jackson is a hoot. All right, so welcome back. We have an update on some celebrity couples. So it looks like it's the end of the road for Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles. The two are reportedly taking a break after nearly 2 years of dating. Sources say Harry's heading overseas for his world tour, of course, and Olivia is focusing on her work and kids in LA. And Cher is doubling down on her relationship with Alexander Edwards, who is 40 years younger than Cher. TMZ says the two are the real deal. And Ava Mendes and Ryan Gosling, are they married? While on an Australian talk show, she referred to Ryan as her, quote, husband. The two have been together for 11 years and have 2 kids, but as far as we knew, they never tied the knot. But isn't that called, what if you're together for so long? Common law marriage?
Yeah, depend on certain states, I think so.
What is it in the United States? Do we know?
I think it depends state to state.
Is it? Yeah. All right, well, whatever. Are they married?
Maybe.
Yeah.
And good for them. Let's talk about Olivia and Harry, shall we?
Oh, you want to get right to the tea, huh?
All right.
Because I have had a theory on this relationship since the beginning.
Talk to us.
Olivia and Harry were in a very good showmance. It was a relationship of convenience, and I really don't think that he was the catalyst to her breakup with Jason Sudeikis. I think she and Jason Sudeikis were on the outs anyway, and a lot of people do a slow roll out of their long-term relationships or a slow roll out of divorce.
That wasn't a slow roll. She made salad dressing, Erica. She made her salad dressing, Erica.
Well, I mean, let's indict her.
Yes.
Let's indict her.
No, it means something. Jeff, if you made your jardiniere sauce for somebody else, how would Jordan take? That's worse than that's the needling right there.
How about Al Jackson paying attention, huh?
Yeah,
Al's got the salad. I know.
It's a thing. It's like a foot massage in Pulp Fiction. It's bigger than the actual thing. The salad dressing, that Erica, that bothered me.
Yeah, it was still
if their relationship was based on solely a salad dressing, it's unsurprising that they got divorced.
Yeah,
do you think Harry broke it up?
Oh, I let's be honest, even, okay, I understand Erica's theory, and I think it is a good theory because obviously they had the movie together, they're going to be seen out and about together, that was on like a premiere tour, they're going to travel, it makes sense. He's one of the hottest artists out there, she's trying to be really cool, PR at its finest, makes sense. But even if it was genuine, super in love for 2 years, let's be real, he's about to go on a world tour. He's been touring non-stop since Don't Worry Darling premiere. He's been so busy. On top of that, he's going to be all over the place. She's got children that have got school, that have got lives. She's got to take care of them. She's in Los Angeles. That's really hard to maintain for anyone. Like, even if you've got a partner that works, I don't know, nights or has to go out of state, it's hard work. Never mind across seas for the next, like, year or so. Like, it's not unrealistic. It's hard work.
Yeah. I kind of applaud what they did because, you know, as somebody that's toured not anywhere close to that level, but just actual being gone from home.
Yeah, it's hard.
Just being gone 2 weekends out of the month, the disconnection you feel. So I can't imagine 2 years of just, you know, different time zones, different things pulling on you. Your lives would be totally different. I think maybe they can create a new thing where they can put their relationship on pause. It might be over, but if they can put it on pause.
Y'all are going way too deep into this. I'm telling you, there was an expiration date from the beginning, and I think that Olivia was the one who knew it. I had a divorce. And everybody that I talked to was not meant to be spoken to for a very long time after that. Okay, let me just put it that way. So Stella gets her groove back, and then you move on with your life. Okay. That's just how you do it.
And if it is,
that's how you do it.
That's a great way to do it then. Not every relationship has to last until the end of time. I think maybe they had a good couple years and it's over. I'm fine with that.
Erica broke it down though. I got to give it to you. Just right to it. I like it.
She forgot the salad dressing.
Coming up on DBL, our favorite holistic plastic surgeon, Dr. Yoon, is back. He's debunking some DIY beauty trends that are going viral on social media.
In all 50 states, emergency contraceptives are legal and available at drugstores. Doctors say when it comes to emergency contraceptives, there are some misconceptions people have. So we're verifying some of those common questions. Our source is Dr. Margot Harrison, an OBGYN in the Cleveland Clinic. The first question, does the morning after pill kill a pregnancy?
No impact on a viable pregnancy.
Dr. Harrison says that's because if a woman has already ovulated, it's not going to stop the egg and the sperm from meeting and fertilizing.
So it's really trying to work at, closing the gate of the ovary, keeping the sperm outside. But if the egg gets out, it's no longer effective.
So we can verify that no, the morning after pill will not kill a viable pregnancy. The next question, will taking emergency contraceptives affect your fertility long term? According to the Cleveland Clinic, they won't.
It's just jolting the body with a message, don't let the egg out right now. So no impact on any long-term hormonal makeup that would impact your future fertility.
So we can verify that no, emergency contraceptives will not impact your fertility long term. However, both the Cleveland Clinic and Dr. Harrison say this should not be used as a form of birth control, only for emergencies. And finally, can your weight reduce the effectiveness of the morning after pill? Both the Cleveland Clinic and Dr. Harrison say people with a higher body mass may not experience the same level of effectiveness when using emergency contraceptives. However, Dr. Harrison says people should only take one pill regardless of how much they weigh.
So they actually did a trial where they gave double the dose, and it was no more effective.
Welcome back. We've all seen those viral videos circulating around the internet telling us how to look better faster. So here to tell us fact from fiction, we sat down with our favorite holistic plastic surgeon, Dr. Yoon, and a warning to our viewers, some of these procedures may be graphic. Check it out.
Dr. Yoon, why do you think there's so many viral beauty hacks on TikTok and cosmetic sort of do-it-yourself trends? It's everywhere.
I think it's because these videos, they tend to go viral, okay, because everybody wants to look better and feel better, and they want the easy way to do it. And people are making these videos because they want the clout of going viral.
Yeah.
When a video goes viral and it's your video, you get this dopamine rush, and it's almost like gambling. It's like when you win gambling and you want to do something else. And so, unfortunately, this has driven a lot of people to put misinformation out there and to make recommendations that a lot of times don't work, and some of them are even dangerous.
Yeah, so how can you tell Dr. Yoon what's real and what's a scam?
Well, the first thing is you want to find out who is actually presenting that information to you. So if you're looking at beauty and skincare, you want that information to come from a dermatologist, a plastic surgeon, or an esthetician. You don't want it to come from necessarily somebody. I mean, if it does come from somebody who doesn't have, let's say, that type of background, then you want to think, is it too good to be true? Does this sound too good to be true? And if it does, then you got to wonder if maybe this is not accurate information.
Dr. Yoon, what are the most horrifying trends that you yourself have seen on the internet recently that you can warn us about?
Yeah, there's some pretty crazy things. The first one I would bring up is carboxytherapy, and there are videos of this treatment where you stick a needle into the person's eyelid and you fill it with carbon dioxide gas.
No.
And the idea is that carbon dioxide gas will cause circulation to go to that area. And there are all these claims from anti-aging, reducing wrinkles, to improving cellulite, all these things, yet none of them are scientifically proven.
Doc, I think the piece, why you resonate so much to everybody on the internet is you keep it real. So I know you'll tell us what you don't like. Are there any DIY trends that you were like, that looks good?
There is a good DIY trend that's huge right now called skin cycling. Skin cycling is basically a 4-day skin cycle where you start with day 1 where you exfoliate your skin. Day 2, you use a retinoid, which is a great anti-aging type of a cream. And 3 and 4, you recover your skin. This is based off a friend of mine, dermatologist Dr. Whitney Bowe. Very, very popular trend, and it really does work. And it's based off real scientific principles. So if you want your skin to look better, try skin cycling. It does work for a lot of people.
I'm seeing a lot of these lip plumping. Is that a good thing, a bad, like, to the point where some of their results to me look very not what the person intended?
So lip injections have to be done by a licensed practitioner, a nurse or a doctor. But there is a device that you're seeing here called a Hydalon pen. Yes, and this is a device that shoots the substance with an air pump underneath the surface of the skin.
What are we doing?
The problem with this is if you're lucky, you can get plumped up, lumpy lips. If you're unlucky and it pushes that filler into a blood vessel, your lip can literally turn black, it can die and fall off. And you can have literally no lip afterwards.
Good God.
There are dermatologists and plastic surgeons all around the country that encourage people, don't do this. Yet you see these videos all the time because it's cheap, it's inexpensive, and you can buy these things literally on normal big box stores online. It's crazy.
What? Okay, so really quickly then, we only have about a minute left. How can people achieve the results that they want without putting themselves in harm's way?
Well, the big thing is you want to once again see who is putting this information out to you. And if you see a video and you go, wow, this sounds great, I should do this, and you're not sure if it's going to work or if it's dangerous, tag a doctor like myself, or there's so many other dermatologists who are on social media, and look for videos that duet them, that basically will show you whether this treatment is either fact, it works, or it's cap, it's a big lie. Because a lot of doctors like myself are out there debunking these types of videos.
And no doctors use the word cap, so I appreciate it. Sam, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Cap means real.
No, I was hoping
It doesn't?
Well, cap means
please tell them, Doc.
Go ahead.
Cap means fake. It's a Gen Z term that my kids use, and that's how I know it. Otherwise, I wouldn't.
So the opposite of what I said.
Thank you, Dr. Yoon. We love you, and thank you for keeping the people safe and informed. DBL Nation, Dr. Yoon has some incredible videos on his social media debunking trends like these, so make sure you check him out at Tony Yoon, MD. We'll be right back.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Doc.
Doctor.
Right, no cap.
No cap.
There you go.
In all 50 states, emergency contraceptives are legal and available at drugstores. Doctors say when it comes to emergency contraceptives, there are some misconceptions people have. So we're verifying some of those common questions. Our source is Dr. Margot Harrison, an OBGYN in the Cleveland Clinic. The first question, does the morning after pill kill a pregnancy?
No impact on a viable pregnancy.
Dr. Harrison says that's because if a woman has already ovulated, it's not going to stop the egg and the sperm from meeting and fertilizing.
So it's really trying to work at, closing the gate of the ovary, keeping the sperm outside. But if the egg gets out, it's no longer effective.
So we can verify that no, the morning after pill will not kill a viable pregnancy. The next question, will taking emergency contraceptives affect your fertility long term? According to the Cleveland Clinic, they won't.
It's just jolting the body with a message, don't let the egg out right now. So no impact on any long-term hormonal makeup that would impact your future fertility.
So we can verify that no, emergency contraceptives will not impact your fertility long term. However, both the Cleveland Clinic and Dr. Harrison say this should not be used as a form of birth control, only for emergencies. And finally, can your weight reduce the effectiveness of the morning after pill? Both the Cleveland Clinic and Dr. Harrison say people with a higher body mass may not experience the same level of effectiveness when using emergency contraceptives. However, Dr. Harrison says people should only take one pill regardless of how much they weigh.
So they actually did a trial where they gave double the dose, and it was no more effective.
So we can verify that, yes, your weight can impact the effectiveness of the morning after pill. With your Verified, I'm Megan Bragg. General rule here, if it can spill, spread, spray, pump, or pour, and it's larger than 3.4 ounces, check it. So let's go through some popular items and give them a yes or no. We went straight to the source and got all of our information from the Transportation Security Administration, also known as TSA. Let's start with the appetizers. Fresh vegetables are allowed, but wine, champagne, sparkling apple cider, you will need to check. What about those side dishes? Casseroles are okay to bring through TSA, like mac and cheese, green bean casserole, and stuffing. You are also allowed to keep them cold with an ice pack. However, the ice pack needs to be frozen while going through TSA. Now for the main event, turkey. You are allowed to carry turkey on the plane if it is frozen, cooked, or uncooked, but you have to check the gravy and cranberry sauce. Now it's time for dessert. Candy, baked goods like pumpkin pie, cakes, and fresh fruit, all good to go through TSA. However, preserved jams and jellies and maple syrup, those need to be checked in a bag. So if you go through TSA, you have to take these items out of your bag first.
Welcome back. If you find yourself sitting all day, listen up. Daily stretches can help your overall health. It's time for some joint and muscle support brought to you by Omega XL. First, stretching improves circulation and allows your body to get more oxygen. Next, stretching can help with your posture by reducing muscle tightness. And get this, stretching can relieve stress by actually activating new parts of the nervous system to help you feel calm. Omega XL has improved the lives of millions of consumers, supported by 30 years of clinical research. Omega XL's powerful and proven benefits have transformed the lives of athletes, celebrities, and dedicated daily users. Call 1-800-686-5325 or visit OmegaXL.com for more information. Al, I thought I saw you go like this while I was doing that.
No, not at all.
I thought you were pulling the old falling asleep bit on me.
No, I was actually looking down at my card.
I did a corner of my eye. I'm like, Al's not pulling the falling asleep bit, is he?
Of course not.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Happy Monday.